Hello, hi Flosstube, it's Sarah. My channel is Handmade by Sarah W and I primarily talk about cross stitch. I'm so glad that you're here. This is my third video, my third Flosstube. I'm excited to be back and I'm excited to have you here to have a little chat about cross stitch. I've got a few things to show you today. I'm going to show you what I've been working on this week. I've got some things that I started and finished this week. And I have some fully finished items that I'm really excited to show you. So the first thing that I want to show you, last time we talked about the Colorado Cross Stitcher Summer Stitch Camp and how I always like to participate in that. Well, the prompt for June was stitch something with a bird. So the pattern that I chose was the July Quaker by From the Heart Needle Art. And I started it June 1st. And I already finished stitching it. Love it. It was a pretty quick stitch for me. And it does have a couple of birds, so I'm covered for the June prompt. And I'll be ready to start the July one in July. Those monthly Quakers, what I do with them, if you can see my calendar back here, I display them in this calendar, and today is June the 14th, and so I brought my calendar up to show you, as I promised last week that I would do. My sister got me this calendar from Paisleys and Polka Dots for my birthday last year. I love it, and when she got it for me, I didn't have a plan like yet what I wanted to put in it, but I looked and looked and looked. I mean, I did a lot of research, and which is what I like to do. And so I was trying to figure out, I found these. I had not seen anyone stitch them and put them in here yet. And so when I found them and I did the measurements, I thought, oh my gosh, this is it. This is perfect. This is what I want in mine. I knew that I wanted my stitching to completely take up this whole space. And so I was excited to find these and to start working on them. And I love it. I think they're really pretty. This June one, I actually changed the color from yellow to pink, and I really like how that turned out. It was kind of a last minute change. I had pulled the yellow that was called for, and I just ended up not using it. It was time to stitch the yellow, and I just wasn't excited about that. And so I ended up changing, and I went with pink, and I'm glad with my decision. I really like it, and I think it looks pretty, but for the most part, I've done all the called for colors, or very close on those Quakers. The next thing I have to show you, I started and finished this week. It's very small, but it was a freebie, and it was from Heart in Hand, and I believe it's called Do What You Love, and it has all these little stitching elements, and I just thought it was so cute. And I actually have a plan on how I'm going to finish this. I just haven't done it yet, and I can't wait to show you what I end up doing with it, because I think it's going to be really cute. And then I have another freebie, and this one I got the inspiration from Liz. Shelly and Liz have a Flosstube Antique Needleworkers, and Liz showed this and I really liked it, and we were talking and I said, oh, I love that you shared that. It's so pretty. It's called Strawberry Urn from Needlework Press. It was a freebie. I'm almost done with it. I just have this top border here. I just have to do that along the bottom, and then I'll be done. So it was really quick too. And funny story about this, my friend Allie and I found out that our husbands have the same birthday, and so we just thought, oh my gosh, that's hilarious. We should do a little start something and stitch it together for this shared birthday. And so we started this one, and I'm really excited to get it finished. But there's another funny part of the story. When I was talking to Liz, so she also shared on that Flosstube about a new Flosstube channel, and it was two cousins, and they live in Alabama. And I was like, well, I live in Alabama. Who are these cousins? Let me just see. So I went to their channel. It's called Blossom Boss and Cousins. They're hilarious. It's Christy and Callie. Love them. Anyway, I end up messaging Christy. She was just like the first one. Before I even went to the channel, I just like typed it in Instagram because I was like, who is this? And Christy's the one that I found first. And so I started messaging her. I'm like, hey, I'm in Alabama too. I'm fixing to watch your channel. I'm really excited. Like, hey, friend. So as it turns out, I start watching and I'm like, wait a minute, you're from where? There's no, like, we have to know some of the same people. Turns out, wouldn't you know, she knows my dad. Like, they work together. So it was just hilarious, especially because, to be honest with you, before the last year or two, I mean, I really didn't connect with anybody over cross stitch. Other than my mom and my sister, I didn't really know anybody else that cross stitched. I mean, I knew other people must do it, but I was not into like the whole cross stitch community on Instagram or Flosstube or any of that. Like, I had no idea. I knew I cross stitched. I like to cross stitch, but I just was not into all this huge world of it at all. So it's just funny to me because I really don't know anybody in Alabama that cross stitches. So then Christy's like, well, hey, you should join this group. Come to find out, there is a whole group of stitchers right here close to where I live. They get together. I was floored. So anyway, thank you, Liz, for showing that and leading me to Floss and Boss and Cousins. And Christy, thank you for telling me about, you know, all this local stuff. I would have had no idea. So it was great to connect with them. They are hilarious. You should go watch them if you haven't already. And the next thing I have to show you, they are fully finished. I have 4 things that are fully finished, and don't get excited because this isn't an every week thing, but I did it this week and I'm excited to show you. You've seen all the stitching before, but you haven't seen them fully finished. So here they are. The first one I have to show you is, this is by Carrie, my friend Carrie from Tiger Lily Designs. She put out this chart that I showed you last time, I believe, and it is her 4th of July Sue bonnet. And I fully finished her on this cute little wooden block that can just sit up all by itself. Added some fabric, some ribbon and buttons, and she is fully finished, ready to be displayed. Love her. And it's Flag Day today, so I thought, you know what, this is the perfect day to film a Flosstube and show all these patriotic fully finished things that I have to show you. So I had told y'all before about Carrie from Tiger Lily and I working through the book Sweet Land of Liberty. And excuse me, I've just dropped it. We had been working through this book, and I've stitched 3 things out of here so far that I showed you already. And now they're fully finished. I'm so excited. And I did use Carrie's pillow finishing tutorial to finish all of them. And the first one that I stitched is the first one I'll show you because it's the first one that I stitched. And it's called Sweet Land of Liberty. Let's see if I can hold it a little better. There we go. Put some rickrack around it. Got some blue fabric on the back. And she is done. And then I did, this one is called In Full Glory. And she got some white rickrack and some fabric on the back. And then I did American Eagle, and this one I did, there was some light blue in this one, and I thought, oh, how cute will that be with some light blue rickrack? So that's that one. So I'm really excited to have those finished and displayed in a dough bowl. I need some more things for in here because it's a little bare, but there you go. There's an idea of what it'll look like. So I need some filler, some more things to go in there. It's not done, but it will be. So I was so excited to show y'all all my finishes and my stitching for this week. And that's really all I have to show you today. So have a wonderful week. Thank you for stopping by and catching up with me. And I hope to see you real soon. Have a great one. Thanks.